be covering a wee bit about the blogging challenge and stuff, and you know, about the reasons why and stuff, and what to do, how to do it, stuff like that. So that's really what I'm going to be covering.
Are you recording it, Taurus? Because
yes.
I seem to have double booked myself. I'm on a Facebook ads training at 8:30.
Okay, yeah,
so
I'm gonna record it as well here. So yeah, I'm gonna record
Fantastic.
it too.
Have you seen my couple of vlogs?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. No, so yeah, so I'll get started here. And I'll start to go through some of the, you know, details and stuff. And if you have any questions or whatever, just fire them into the chat box, whatever, and I can answer them, because obviously there'll probably be some questions along the road some people have. So definitely. So I literally, this was sort of, you know, I literally only got back in the office today, so I didn't have much time to sort of prepare. But anyway, there's quite a few things that I think are important to cover, so we'll be covering them now, just for the, you know, just for the basics. I don't think you need to be an expert, just as long as you get started. It's the most important thing. So I'm going to share my screen now. I'm just going to make sure I'm good out, just for in case there's any noises in the background or anybody comes screaming through doors or anything, like normally happens in some of these things. So let me just see. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, everybody. So if you're listening to this, some people are listening to this live, but obviously if you're listening to the recording of this, we're doing the 30-day blogging challenge. And this evening, really, I just want to cover a few things about the 30-day blogging challenge for anybody who maybe doesn't know what they're doing or the reason why they're doing it. I just think it's important to understand what's going on. Okay, so the reason we do the 30-day blogging challenge is that there's a few different reasons. The first one is that when you put content on your website, if you put, you know, written content and videos and stuff, you will get indexed by the search engine. Okay, so if you post a video on, say, your blog, it probably won't drive a lot of traffic to your blog if it's just a video and there's no written content, but you'll get traffic from YouTube where you upload the video. So no matter whether you do a video or whether you do a blog post, you will get traffic from this. Okay, and if you do the things that I'm actually telling you to do, you'll also get a lot of traffic from social media and stuff as well. So the purpose of the 30-day blogging challenge is, firstly, it sort of gets people to know more about you and your business. So if you're not blogging or you're not doing videos or you're not doing anything, people don't really know anything about you, don't know anything about your business, and they're not really likely to do anything. Okay, so the first purpose is people actually get to know you. They'll know who you are, they'll know you're a real person, they'll know what you're about, and it's an opportunity for you to show them what you do and show them how you can help or benefit them as well as giving them good information and getting them to know you in a more personal way. Okay, so obviously by doing this content, if you do a blog post, say it's a written blog, but it doesn't matter whether it's a video. And I would say to you, if you're really stuck for time and you don't have an hour or half an hour, whatever, to write 600 words, I would say to you, do a video. Okay. Now, the thing about a video is it's not going to rank so well in your blog as your blog post, and you'll just be relying on traffic from YouTube. Now, what I would do is, if I do a video blog, and I'll cover this later on, what you want to do is you want to put a link to that video blog inside your YouTube video. And that means that whenever someone goes to YouTube video, they'll see the link, and when they click on it, it'll take them to your video blog, which brings them back to your website so they can see your other blog posts, and they can get to know you better, get to find out what you're doing, what you're selling, join your email list, stuff like that. Okay. So what format to blog in? Well, personally, I think, you know, really there's three formats here. Okay, there's really three formats, and the three formats that you would blog in would be, now you can add, you know, you can add, like, you can use all three if you want, you know, but I would suggest start doing at least one. The best one for me, I would say, would be the written one. And then you can actually repurpose later on. You don't have to do it today. So say you do a blog post today and it's written. I'll show you also how to repurpose that blog post. And then you can repurpose that and use the same post as a video. And you can use the same post as an audio. So the three formats will be written, video, and audio. Okay. So basically, written is just where you go in, you log into your Blogger website. Let me just see here. Let's see. So you log into your Blogger website, and you go into posts and you click add new. And then you create a post. So if you go add new, and that will make a new post, and then you'll put in your new title, and you do a wee bit of writing. Okay, so once you've done that writing, you'll have something looking sort of similar to this. Okay, so you'll basically have your title and you'll have your writing here, and you basically just write your blog post out like so. Let me actually get one that's that's more finished. So here's one here. So I would suggest if you're doing it written, if you're doing it for SEO, okay, if you're doing it for SEO, I would suggest to do a minimum of, let me see, somebody just sent me a message here who might want to do this. Give me 1 second, sorry. So sorry about that. So where was I? Yeah, so basically we're talking about the written video and audio content. So you'll come in here, you'll write your blog post, you'll put in a title, okay, so whatever your blog post is, and then you'll write your content, whatever your content is. In this case, you know, before I went away, a few months ago, I joined for a gym membership. Now, the first thing I would say to you when you're writing a blog post, okay, if you're just doing it for leisure as a hobby, it maybe doesn't matter so much. But if you're actually doing it for business purposes and you're blogging for business, then I would suggest before you write a blog post, think of what the purpose of your blog post is going to be, okay? So the first thing you want to do is think of what the purpose of the blog post is going to be. you know, a purpose of your blog post. Let's see. Purpose of your blog post could be to get them to subscribe to your YouTube channel. Okay, it could be to add you as a friend on Facebook. It could be to like your Facebook page. It could be to join your Facebook group. It could be to sign up to get a free gift or training or video. On your email list, and that means now you've access to them by email, and you can email them anytime you have an offer or something. Or it could be to, you know, buy your product or service. So that could be, that would be some of your calls to action. Okay, so if you're doing this for business, you're not really doing it for hobby. Like if you're going to spend your time writing out, you know, 1,200 words or 600 words or whatever, I suggest, you know, always having some sort of call to action, you know. If you are selling a product or service, I would suggest either offering, you know, a different thing, not always offering them exactly the same thing, because if people keep saying a blog post every day and they're offered the same thing, they get bored. So I would suggest, you know, putting maybe one day, you know, subscribe to a YouTube channel, maybe another day, you know, like us on Facebook, maybe another day, you know, join our Facebook group, maybe another day, you know, here we've just made this free coaching or free training or, you know, some course or ebook, you know, click here and go to my capture page, put your name and email, and you'll get access to that for free. And then that gets them in your email list. And then, you know, someday it might be a product or service. If you're doing affiliate marketing, you know, make the post relevant to the product you're going to be selling. Okay, so like for example, what I did was I had a bit, as you can see in this post here, I had a bit of an experience, right? I joined a gym about 3 months ago, right? And then I realized that I wasn't going to get there, and I actually rang up and tried to cancel it twice, right? I rang up and thought I'd cancelled it twice because they didn't answer the phone and they tell you to leave a message. So then they kept taking the money out for a couple of months. And then I finally went in, before I went away on holiday, I went in and I said to them, you know, I want to shut down my account. And said, oh, you have to do it in writing. So I wrote a letter, give them the letter, and basically a month later, they took the money out again, you know, by direct debit. Now, I don't know if you've had any experience with direct debit, but basically, you know, they can charge you a fee if you don't have the money in and stuff like that and all this sort of stuff. And it's harder to cancel. And well, you can go and cancel it with a bank, but then they tell you that the person who made the direct debit can still take the money out even after they cancel it and all this sort of jazz. So basically, I turned the experience around. And then at the end said, you know, look, you know, if you were using a proper payment system and, you know, you weren't doing this stupid method of working with your customers, you wouldn't lose customers. Because the bottom line is, like, I'm not going to go back ever over my dead body, that leisure centre, you know, and get charged 4 months money for no reason, you know, because of their payment system and because of their payment cancellation system. Whereas if you were using the shopping cart, you'd click the button and say, I want to cancel membership, that'll be it cancelled. You know, it would all be done automatically, and it's not a direct debit. So basically, they'd try and take the money out, and if the money isn't there, then they won't try and take the money out again. They'll try and take the money out again, and if the money's there, they'll take it, and if the money isn't there, they won't take it. So that means it's not costing your customers any money, and it's all being done automatically, right? So that's an example of how you can, you could do a talk about an ordinary everyday experience, and then you could, turn that into a talk about, then you started using the product, or then this happened or that happened and this helped you. So, you can use everyday experiences in your blog post as well. You don't have to just blog about reviews and products and services. You could, have, something happens to you today, and it can be a great learning experience for other people. So go and just write it out, write a blog post about it. And if you don't have, half an hour to write it out, or an hour, then make a video, make a 5-minute video and upload it to YouTube, and then post the YouTube video in your blog. Now, what you'll find is, even if you talk for 5 or 10 minutes, it'll probably be the length of a 600-word blog post. So what you can do at a later stage, when you've more time, you can then go and you can just write out what you said in the video, and that can be your blog post. So you can listen to your video and just type it out, and that's your blog post, right? So that's a very easy way to do your blog post. The other thing is, you can do audio, so you can get different software. If anybody wants, I can give you more details on what I'm using, but basically you can get a software and use that. So you could go, you could open up your software and you could just make a recording, okay? So it's just literally a matter of pushing the button, recording something, and then uploading it. So here we go. You can see, if you can see my screen, there's a record button. I click record. And then I can basically record my audio blog post. I can say whatever it is. And then when I'm finished doing my blog post, I can press stop. And then I now have my recorded blog post. And then I can basically record my audio blog post. I can say whatever it is. And then when I'm finished doing my blog post, I can press stop. Yeah, and then you just press upload, and you can upload it onto Amazon S3. And that means it's safe. It's not going to be deleted by YouTube or by anybody else. It's on your own paid Amazon S3 hosting account. So that's, obviously another option, is just to have, to have an audio player on your blog post, and just do your blog post in audio. So in the meanwhile here, folks, if you've any questions or anything, feel free to just fire them in the chat box. I'm going to look at it now. I have to open my other computer to do it. But if you have any questions, just fire them in the chat box, because I'm sure there's probably something that I'll have missed. There always is something, question that people have that you haven't thought up, so it's good for just have to rejoin again. Get myself out. Okay. So turn the video off. Just have okay, it should be up now. So just, it means I can see the chat now. So if anybody has any questions, I can actually see it in the chat. That's great. Okay, so we'll talk about format, the blog and stuff like that. We'll talk a wee bit now maybe for coming up with ideas for your content. Okay, so ideas for your content, like I said there earlier, can be, things that have happened to you recently or in the past. Okay, One of my favorite ways for coming up with content is basically just adding a number to something. Okay, so pick a number, depending on what length you want your blog post to be, make it a smaller or bigger number. Okay, so if you want your blog post to be 600 words, you might do a post and call it 7 ways to make money online. Okay. Or if you want it to be a longer, so say that's like maybe 600 words. If you want it to be a longer blog post, you might do 20 ways to make money online. And that of course can be anything, 20 ways to do this, 20 ways to do that. 10 best tools for whatever your business is, 20 best tools to use in your business. 10 top recipes from a country, Greece, Germany. If you're doing some sort of, food thing, again, 20 top, so like if you use words with numbers in it, you can do blog posts like that. Another thing you can do is you can go to Quora and you can find questions. So you can actually go to Quora and you can find questions that people are typing about your niche. So that's another great way to come up with a blog post, because there's actually loads of people actually already asking those questions. Hi Paul, welcome everybody. So yeah, so this is another way to come up with what people are asking in your niche. So say for example you were doing a blog about let's say car maintenance. If you type in the word into Quora, all these posts come up that people are asking, right? What are the important maintenance tips for a car? How do you make your windscreen? These are all problems, right, that people are actually having like right now. Yeah. So you can find loads of people that are having all these different problems. So that could be whatever your niche is, whatever your niche is. If it's, make money online. This is what people are typing in. This is what people are looking for. What's the easiest way to make money online? So, I mean, that's a blog post title in itself, right? What's the easiest way to make money online? How do I make money online? What's the best way to earn money online? So you could do like, 6 top ways to make money online, right? Or 7 top ways to make money online. How do I make money online without spending money? So there's another one that again could be a blog post title. You could just chop and change it, rearrange it. What are legitimate ways to earn money on it? Now, if you actually open these, you'll see a lot of people have answered them. So you'll see a lot of ideas for what you could put in the blog post. Now, you don't want to copy this, because if you copy it, like, copy the actual post. I will indeed, Christine. If you copy the actual post, basically it'll be, Google will see that you've copy and pasted it, so it won't rank your blog post. You don't want to copy it. But if you open a post and it tells you 10 ways to make money online, you could then rewrite that. Okay, you could basically rewrite that, and that's now a new article, okay, with new content. So that goes for anything at all. So if you're looking for ideas, it's full of ideas. Another one you can also go to is easyarticles.com. go to easyarticles.com, and then you type in whatever you're looking for. So I'm looking for, you know, posts about how to buy cryptocurrency. Okay. So here's all the, you know, articles about that sort of thing, you know, important things to consider before buying cryptocurrency. So again, these will give you, you can get from these ideas, which can give you a blog post title. Now, the thing is, once you've got, you know, a blog post title, then it's easy to come up with the ways to fill it in. So like here, 5 benefits of investing in Bitcoin, right? So, you know, there's nothing to stop you writing an article, you know, 7 top benefits of investing in cryptocurrency, right? And then you could write out 7 top benefits of investing in cryptocurrency. Now, all you need to do is write 7 benefits, you know, and that's your blog post done. Okay, so it's not that hard. The hardest part, I think, is actually coming up with the, you know, the hardest part, I think, is coming up with the title. Once you've got the title, it's easy to actually write it or do a video about it. Okay, so if you go into Google Docs, for example, there, and basically just put, you know, blog post ideas, make a document, just call it blog post ideas, and then just come up with titles, blog posts. Okay, so if you do that, and then you just do what we're saying. So you can go to an article. So there's one, why should you buy Bitcoin? So, I mean, there's an idea there, okay? So why, so instead of should you buy, I put why should I buy cryptocurrency? So that's going to be something that people are typing in the search, right? And or if we're doing what I'm telling you and we're doing, you know, 15 reasons. So 15 reasons you should buy cryptocurrency. Okay, so there's one blog post title. Okay, let's do it again. Social media. Right. So you type in the keyword, and there you go. Here's loads of social media post ideas. 5 social media promotion tips for small business. So here's another. So 11 social, or let's do 12 social media tips for restaurants and cafes. Okay, so to write that blog post, you just have to find 12 tips, and you're going to find a lot of those tips even in some of these articles. So we can see, we can grab another one here. Social media success secrets to rapidly build your business profile. So we could have seven social media secrets to build your business fast. Right. So there's another blog post title. So literally you've seen there, I mean, we've been doing what? It's took us all of about 5 or 10 minutes, and we've come up with, we've come up with three different blog post titles. Okay. So once you come up with a title, then it's a matter going to your blog, like so. Go and add new. Putting in your title, and then just start writing it out. So reason one, cryptocurrency has a limited amount. It has a limited amount, so value price increase. Now I'm no expert in this, so I'm just writing it. Okay. Even if it has up time, right? No. Currency the banks your transactions, eliminating middleman, right? If processors, etc., etc. So you just do that, right, until you've got your 15 reasons. And once you've done that, then it's just a matter of going in at the bottom, putting your call to action. So a call to action for this, for me, could be I'm in like a cryptocurrency thing where I can buy coins, and you get a small amount of money for referring people. So, if you would like to be able to buy cryptocurrency in large or small amounts, you can go to www. whatever it is, right? CryptoCoins.com and sign up for a free account when you buy your first $100 of crypto. You will get $10 of crypto for free when you use this link. You use this link, and then you put in your affiliate link. Okay. And then at the end of the 15 reasons you buy cryptocurrency, you could then, go in, you could write out another wee paragraph, before the call to action. So you could say, with cryptocurrency, you can purchase small amounts monthly that you won't miss. Say $5 or $50 a month. And as your cryptocurrency goes up in value, you will create a nice little investment for your financial future. So, your post can be made just like that. So, don't know if that's helping, but anyway, that's just how you can actually do it. Now, what you can do here now, okay, you could also just do a video. So you could go here, you could open up your iPhone, or you could open up a video software that you have on your computer. So I'm just going to open up PhotoBooth. If you're on a Mac, you should have PhotoBooth. If you're on a PC, it'll be some other kind of window recording software. Just go to YouTube and type in, video software for whatever your computer is. So you can come in here then, and you can just click, put it on the video, and then you can record, and you can record whatever your blog post is. Okay, so I'm just going to save that for now. And if I go back, we can do a live one here. So I'm going to do a live video here, and I can just read my blog post off the screen and do the video in PhotoBooth. Okay, so you'll see it here. Okay. Are you chasing away customers by using bad payment systems? How does it feel when you pay £120 in return for getting nothing? Well, £120 is what I paid Bangor Aurora Leisure Centre for a gym membership that I cancelled multiple times. If you think about joining this gym, buy a prepaid card or use an empty bank account, which you load up as you go. Otherwise, you may end up being robbed like me. I joined Bangor Aurora and signed up to join the Fitness Suite gym as I wanted to improve my health. Unfortunately, between kids' taxi service, working with clients' appointments and meetings, and having a life, I did not actually go back after the first 2 sessions. The first month, they took money the money, £40, for what I signed up for. And that was fair enough because, of course, I'd went. But I knew the next month that I wasn't going to go. And I bought myself an exercise bike instead, as you can see behind me. So I rang up the leisure centre to cancel my membership, but a live person did not answer the phone. It was an answering machine saying to leave your message. So that was okay. I left a message together with my name, membership number, address, etc. And I asked them to cancel the gym membership with immediate effect. When I joined the gym, you could join for £30 a month with a 12-month contract. But if you wanted to cancel any time, apparently you had to pay £40 monthly for a rolling month-to-month contract. So as I wasn't sure if I'd continue going or like it, I decided to opt in for the monthly rolling contract, as I didn't want to pay them for a full year unless I was going to get the use out of it. A few days after I rang up and cancelled the gym membership, another £40 came out of my bank account by direct debit. I once again rang and communicated with them by phone, which would be the most business's way of actually communicating. I left a message reading my direct debit being taken after cancelling my membership, and then re-cancelled it again. 30 days later, another £40 was taken out of my account by direct debit. As things were a bit hectic, I was planning a 2-month trip to Europe and Bulgaria. It was a couple of weeks before I finally went to the leisure centre to the receptionist and explained what had happened. She gave me a lecture about their terms and conditions and that I need to cancel my membership in writing or by email. As it was the day before we were leaving to go to Bulgaria and we had so much to do, the last thing I wanted to do was go home and start writing emails. So I got a pen and paper, wrote a letter, cancelled my membership and handed it to the receptionist. It was about 6 weeks later that I was in Bulgaria and decided to log into that particular bank account to check some transactions. I saw that 2 weeks after cancelling my membership in writing, going in, they charged me another £40. I wasn't even in the country to be a member at this stage. I realised I had little control over these people, short of storming the reception, but I was in another country. So I emptied that bank account, and lo and behold, a month later, they tried to debit another £40 out of my bank account. But this time it was bounced by the bank as there was insufficient funds. By this time I'd got home, rang my bank to cancel direct debit, but the customer service agent told me that if they could restart it if I don't cancel with the company, which I already did. What a freaking mess. I kept the account empty till the direct debit bounced more times. And finally, I got an email from Leisure Centre saying to restart my membership, I would need to set up a new direct debit, which I would do obviously over my dead body. In my eyes, this robbery, I believe, was not accidental. I think it's designed this way. Personally, as a customer, I would never ever do business with a company that deliberately stole money off me. And I would also tell people what robbers they are before anyone I know goes to join that gym. The other problem with direct debits, apart from filling in written forms in many cases, is that often bank accounts will charge you fees when they're returned unpaid. For me, direct debit is really the stupidest way you could possibly set up a payment for anything. With modern shopping carts and online payment systems, payments via multiple ways can be set up, and memberships can be cancelled easily at the touch of a button, which to me is really the way it should be. If there's insufficient funds in someone's account, the shopping cart will try again on another 4 occasions to take the payment, and sending out the customer reminder emails to update their payment methods before actually cancelling someone's membership. This is the best, most honest, fair and automated way to run your business. The shopping cart, when combined with an autoresponder, will also automatically put all your buyers onto an autoresponder buyers list so that you can contact your email customers anytime at once by writing one single email and sending out to all of them. A good payment system like this could cost around $100 a month, or $197 if you're running an affiliate program too. Over 10 years, this could end up costing you or your business either $12,000 or $24,000. Fortunately, we have found an even better software that comes with a lifetime license. You pay once and that's it. This will save you a total of $11,500 or $23,500 over the next 10 years if you buy it with a special lifetime offer while it's still available. That way you can get automated payments, run your business ethically without the hassles of chasing people for payments all the time. And if you click the link below the video, you can go to the page where you can actually click to get access to the lifetime shopping cart offer today or while it's still available. Thanks very much. Right, so that's basically your video. So that's your video blog now done, okay? And then once you have your video blog now done, you then can just drag it. Are you chasing away customer? Right, you can then drag it onto your computer, okay? And then you just name the video. It's a good idea to name the video on your computer because YouTube always looks at the name of the file when it uploads it. So I would suggest you do that. Okay, so then all you do is you just basically go to YouTube. And then you just click create, upload a video. Select the file you want to upload. Desktop. And I have it in desktop, so you can just put in the name of your video and that saves you searching for it. Okay, and then you put in your description. Now what I would then do is I would put the URL in the first line. Always make sure it's in the first or second line, or else the link won't be visible inside the link. Okay, so we're gonna select playlist, create a playlist, and we're gonna call it 30 day video challenge. Okay, and then this can be, we'll say this is day 1. Post. Create. Okay. So, next. I haven't put the link yet, so I won't be able to put the link until after I've published this post. So, but the link would go here, and you have to put in the HTTPS or HTTP at the beginning, or else the link won't be clickable. So make sure you always put in the HTTP, the 2 dots / before the URL. If you don't do that in YouTube, your link won't work, and nobody will be able to click it. Okay, and then just click next, and then you can click publish, public, and then, or you can schedule it. So say, yeah, we can schedule it because it's starting tomorrow. So we'll schedule it for tomorrow at 12 a.m. Okay. What is going on? Some problem with YouTube at the minute. Huh? It's maybe because I'm doing the Zoom. So what I can do is I'll just put it for now then. If it's not going to work, to schedule it. Okay, I'll just try now. I've never seen this happen before. This is the first. But anyway, that's you just try something else. No, that's the. Try it again. So I think YouTube are having some sort of problems at the minute. Seems to me they're having some sort of problems. But basically, when you press publish, that would normally be it published. I've no idea what's wrong with YouTube at the minute, but that would be your video done. And then what you would do is you would go to YouTube and you would just grab the link. You'd go to YouTube and you go to your videos. And then you would just grab the link for your video. So say this is your video. You would go here. You would grab the embed code, click share, click embed. You'd copy that code like so. And then you would just paste it into your blog post. Okay, so you'd decide where you wanted to paste it in, and you would put in the code here, and that would be your video. So, embeds YouTube. URL to embed. You just copy the URL, paste that, click embed, and that would be your video in. And then you basically just publish your video, and now your video is done. Okay, and that's inside your blog post. Okay, so the other thing I want to just cover is actually sharing your content. So once you've actually done your blog post, what you want to do is you want to get the URL of your blog post. So if you go to your blog post on your blog, now what you want to do is you basically just click on whatever your blog is, and then the link up at the top, you copy that like so, copy that, go to the 30-day blogging challenge group, and then you just paste it like so. Okay, and then you just press post, and that will post your blog post into the 30-day challenge, 30-day blogging challenge group, and all the other people will be able to see your blog post. I would also suggest when you're here, when you post it, I'd also suggest going into a couple of the wrong one. I would also suggest going into one or two people's posts and liking or commenting on. Okay, so at least say two people's posts, and you can like or comment on them. Okay, so that's what I'd suggest. And if each person does two people, it means you'll get a lot of comments on your blog. So you basically just click on the blog. You just click on that person's blog post, and you just put a comment on it at the bottom. Well, now what happens here is comments. Google looks at comments also as content. So if you have loads of comments on your blog, it looks like you have loads of content in your blog, and Google will send you more traffic. So it's a good idea to get comments. Also, if you want people to give you comments, it's a good idea to give comments as well. So put in an email. Okay. And then put your blog URL, and that will get you a backlink. If they like your comment and they publish it, it will then get you a backlink to that site as well. There you go. Okay, so that's another way to help your traffic, by doing that for other people and people doing it for you, replicating it. So sharing the benefits. So as well, what I've done is I would then go and I would get the blog post, and I would post them on other social networks. So go to asksatirist.com/social. There's a list. So if you go to asksatirist.com/social, I basically put a link. If you click on that link, I put a link to all my social networks. So here's a social network that I made, findfriendsonline.net. So you can go in here. So you need to sign up. If you haven't already, you can sign up here for this. So I can then go in here, put in your title for your blog post, copy it. So then I would copy that link. Now this link, you'll then be able to go to all the other social networks too. So that's that posted there. Okay, then I can go to Twitter. Post it. Go to MeWe, post it. So I can then post it here. Okay, Paul, a backlink is basically a backlink is basically whenever you when someone, let me see what's doing here. A backlink is basically when other websites talk about your website. You know, someone posts something and has a link back to your website. What happens is Google sees that as valuable. So Google thinks, right, these people are all thinking that this site is really good and they're pointing back to it. So the more people from good sites, not spammy sites, rubbish sites, but the more people from good websites that link back to your website, then Google thinks your website's more important. And when Google thinks your website is more important, then Google basically will rank you higher on Google. So whenever you do a post, your keyword will actually rank much higher. It'll rank much higher on Google because you've got a lot of good backlinks to your site. So like a really good backlinks would be like authority sites, you know, like Amazon or PayPal, or, you know, big blog or websites like the Huffington Post or magazines or stuff like that. So that would be, you know, like the really top backlinks. But even if somebody has posted in social media, shared your stuff in social media, or shared your stuff in their blog, that will also help to get you backlinks as well. And that will then help your website to rank higher in Google, and therefore you'll get more traffic, you know. So if you're trying to rank in Google for the keyword, you know, how to make money online, make money online, you know, and you had loads and loads of authority, and someone types it into Google, you know, your website could come up here at the top, you know, like you see here, you know, if you can get somebody to write an article about you in Forbes with a link to your website, look, Forbes comes up #1, right? Because it's an authority site. So if you can get yourself an article in Forbes or an entrepreneur, or, you know, there's the Sun, or, you know, if you can get yourself an article and that with a backlink to your site, that'll give your website really good authority and help you to rank much higher on the search engines for your keywords. So yeah, so there's another one posted. So yeah, so that's just some of the places you can post. You see, just log in here. Why is it not allowing me to log in? Just have to log in. Okay. So I can go in here. And I can then just create a new post, paste it, hit enter. Send post. Okay. Then I go to LinkedIn. I can post it there as well. There's also nothing to stop you going into big Facebook groups, so you could go into like really big Facebook groups. So I have one here. I have a big network marketing one. Facebook group. I come along here, and you can see here 107,000 members here. Post. So you can go in. I would suggest not doing more than 5. I would suggest not posting in more than 5 of the groups on Facebook, because if you post too many times the same link, Facebook will block it. So I would suggest not posting too many times in the group. So really what you want to do is you just want to aim to do 1 post a day over the next 30 days. Okay, 1 post, that could be 1 video or 1 blog post. If you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself and ask if you have any questions or anything. Let's see. So I'm just looking here for the list. So that's the sharing bit. Obviously, the benefits of the 30-day blogging challenge are that, you know, your stuff is going to be seen on all these different social networks. People are going to be able to see it in all the different social networks, and it'll bring you people back to your actual blog. Okay, so that's the benefit of 30-day blogging challenge. People will get to know you. You will come in people's minds first because they're seeing your content. You know, out of sight, out of mind. You know, often if people don't see you online, they don't think about you and they don't know about you and they don't think about doing business or communicating with you or anything else. So by doing a 30-day blogging challenge, people are going to see your stuff all the time, and it's going to get you more people coming back to your site and more people who are interested in work with you to contact you. So I hope this has been useful to you. And if you've any questions, feel free to fire them inside the 30-day challenge Facebook group. But like I said, the first thing I would do is just sit down, and even if you write down, you know, the way I said about writing out the title for blog posts, if you sit down and write out 7 titles, that means you'll have your week's content. The first week's content will be ready to just sit down and write. So, you know, write out your titles for your blog posts. You'll need 30 titles for your blog posts. The other option you can do, in case some of the titles you look at them and when you go back to them you think, I don't really want to do this, what you could do is you could write 50 titles for your blog posts. 50 titles for your blog posts, and then you can just you know, pick the best 30 titles that you want to write about or do a video about. To write or do a video about. If you're stuck about how to post your video, about how to post your blog, stuff like that, you know, feel free to give me a shout. If you're someone who wants to do the 30-day blogging challenge and you haven't got a website set up or you haven't got any of your systems set up, feel free to contact me and I will help you to set up your website, set up all your systems and so on and so forth. So that's it from me for this evening, folks. And I will just, let me see. I will see you soon. And to join the 30-day video challenge, if you're not on the email list, you want to go to asktears.com /30 days. So ASKS, if you're not on the email list, go to ASKSOTIRIS.com /30 days. And that means any updates that I send out about this, you will get directly to your inbox. Okay, so I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you very much for coming this evening, and see you later.